FBI discovery at Mike Wolfe's mansion. In a shocking turn of events, federal authorities descended on the famed mansion of Mike Wolfe, the star of American Pickers, uncovering a hidden basement that has since rocked both the entertainment world and cultural heritage communities. FBI agents, acting on confidential tips and mounting suspicions, meticulously removed the old wooden floor of Wolfe's private office, located on the second floor, only to discover a sealed stone chamber underneath. This hidden room, cold and saturated with a burnt smell, contained dozens of stolen artifacts, many of which bore museum labels and were listed as missing by Interpol. Among the chilling finds was a dusty, blood-stained photo of Frank Fritz, Wolfe's former co-star, placed ominously face down. The discovery immediately triggered a large-scale investigation into Wolfe's dealings, raising troubling questions about how deep his secret activities ran and what other mysteries could be hidden within the polished image he projected to the public for years. 2. Suspicious past and secret society ties. As the investigation deepened, records revealed that Mike Wolfe's history was far more complex than previously known. Before achieving fame, Wolfe had dropped out of school at 16 and lived a transient life between 1992 and 1997, during which his name appeared linked to a shadowy organization known as the Collectors Circle. This group allegedly specialized in the acquisition of indigenous and historical artifacts of questionable origins, often operating across the US-Canada border. Though Wolfe was never formally charged, his association with this organization placed him squarely within a network rumored to have ties to artifact disappearances that haunted academic and indigenous communities for decades. After 1997, Wolfe seemingly disappeared from public record, only to re-emerge in 2003 as a polished antique dealer, carefully cultivating an image of a nostalgic historian passionate about preserving America's treasures. Yet, it now seems that what was hidden in his early years foreshadowed the shocking discoveries made today. 3. Allegations of fake artifacts. Trouble had been brewing for some time in the world of historical collectors and archaeologists, with several experts quietly expressing concern over the authenticity of artifacts showcased on American Pickers. Numerous allegations suggested that many of the items Wolfe and his team proudly displayed were in fact skillful replicas, not rare historical treasures as claimed. Critics accused Wolfe of distorting and commercializing history for entertainment value, a charge that gained traction as inconsistencies began to surface between televised finds and expert evaluations. The FBI investigation has now brought these whispers into sharp relief, suggesting that American Pickers may have served as a front for more nefarious activities involving artifact laundering. As these claims gained momentum, they painted a very different picture of Mike Wolfe, not as a beloved TV star preserving history, but as a shrewd operator who blurred the lines between preservation, performance, and deception for financial gain and public acclaim. 4. Frank Fritz's growing suspicions. At the heart of the investigation lies the testimony, both written and implied, of Frank Fritz, Mike Wolfe's longtime partner and co-host. Fritz's personal journal, recovered during a separate warehouse search, chronicled his growing unease with Wolfe's secretive behaviors. Over several years, Fritz documented instances where Wolfe would make unscheduled stops during filming trips, meet with unknown individuals, and purchase artifacts that were never featured on the show. Suspiciously, these items were quickly and quietly moved to undisclosed locations. Fritz also recounted feeling watched, noting irregularities with his phone and even observing Wolfe's vehicle parked near his residence late at night. His journal ended with an ominous note suggesting he feared for his safety, hinting that his attempts to uncover Wolfe's secrets may have placed him in grave danger. These revelations have prompted authorities to re-examine not only the dynamics between Wolfe and Fritz, but also the true circumstances surrounding Fritz's sudden departure from public life. 5. Hidden basement secrets. The hidden basement beneath Wolfe's mansion was not just a storage room but a carefully constructed vault built to evade detection. Originally part of an old abandoned church, the mansion's second floor had been heavily renovated under Wolfe's supervision, with floor plans that diverged significantly from official permits. Under layers of wood and cement,
FBI agents uncovered a trap door leading to a cramped, stone-walled room featuring arched ceilings and medieval architectural designs. The room contained an assortment of stolen European religious artifacts, undocumented cultural relics, and symbols suggesting ties to an underground organization. The most chilling detail was the blood-stained photograph of Frank Fritz, an eerie reminder of the man who once stood beside Wolfe on screen. Experts also found an enigmatic spiral symbol surrounding an eye repeatedly etched onto the basement walls, hinting at deeper ideological connections that have yet to be fully understood. This secret chamber now stands as the centerpiece of an unfolding federal case against Wolfe. 6. Artificial recreation of Frank Fritz. In one of the most disturbing revelations, forensic investigators recovered encrypted digital files from Mike Wolfe's personal hard drive, uncovering a meticulously crafted AI recreation of Frank Fritz. Using advanced deepfake technology, Wolfe had developed a fully synthetic model capable of mimicking Fritz's voice, facial expressions, and interactions based on archived footage from American pickers. Further shock emerged when legal documents showed Wolfe had trademarked Fritz's name, image, and catchphrases, effectively converting his former co-star into a commercial asset after forcing him off the show. This chilling plan included generating new footage post-Fritz's departure presented as never-before-seen moments, using AI to deceive viewers. By recreating Fritz digitally, Wolfe ensured the continuation of the show's nostalgic appeal without Fritz's consent or presence. This revelation raises profound ethical and legal questions about identity theft, intellectual property, and the dark potential of AI in the hands of those seeking to rewrite both history and human relationships for profit. 7. Artifact smuggling network. Investigators revealed that Mike Wolfe operated a covert artifact trafficking network through a chain of online stores run by his subsidiaries. Items showcased on American pickers, believed to be authentic finds, were often rerouted through these e-commerce platforms, where their origins were falsified and counterfeit certificates of authenticity were issued. Shockingly, the artifacts found beneath Wolfe's mansion matched items sold through this network, many of which had previously been listed as stolen from European and Middle Eastern museums. This underground marketplace allowed Wolfe to profit immensely while laundering the true history of priceless cultural artifacts. The operation was sophisticated, employing shell companies, fake documentation, and encrypted communications to cover the trail. As the FBI widened its net, it became clear that Wolfe was not merely a collector, but the mastermind behind an elaborate scheme that manipulated both public trust and historical narrative for personal enrichment, leaving a trail of irreparably damaged cultural heritage in its wake. 8. Chilling symbolism and hidden messages. Among the most enigmatic elements of the investigation was the recurring symbol found in multiple locations throughout the hidden basement, a double spiral enclosing an eye. Experts struggled to match this emblem to any known religious or cultural groups, leading to theories that Wolfe may have been part of an underground organization trading in forbidden or black market artifacts. Further disturbing discoveries included a charred wooden box, a hand-drawn leather map with unknown blue ink symbols, and a copper tube with a complex mechanical lock, all objects without entries in global museum databases. These findings suggest that Wolfe's operations extended beyond mere theft, potentially involving secretive networks with undisclosed goals and ideologies. The chilling presence of the spiral eye symbol alongside Fritz's desecrated image paints a narrative that extends into the realm of clandestine societies and esoteric traditions, hinting at a much larger, more sinister story lurking just beneath the surface of what was initially perceived as mere antique trading. 9. Frank Fritz's final journal entries. The journal left behind by Frank Fritz stands as a haunting testament to a man who sensed danger closing in around him, but lacked the means to stop it. Carefully preserved in a suitcase marked FF, the journal detailed Fritz's growing paranoia, incidents of surveillance, and direct confrontations with Wolfe's increasingly erratic behavior. One chilling entry documented Fritz's discovery of an unsanctioned artifact stash tied to Wolfe's companies, complete with serial numbers and photographic evidence. Most disturbingly, Fritz recorded feelings of being followed, strange behavior from his devices, and sightings of Wolfe's car near his home. The journal's final entry, dated just days before his public exit from American pickers,
included a veiled farewell warning, suggesting he feared he might not be able to protect himself much longer. Today, the journal is considered crucial evidence, not only exposing Wolfe's alleged crimes, but also offering a deeply personal look into the psychological terror Fritz endured during his final days in the public eye. Tonkin. Wolfe's arrest and conviction. Mike Wolfe's arrest brought a grim closure to one chapter of this sprawling saga, but opened many more questions. Convicted on 12 federal charges, including commercial fraud, possession of stolen cultural property, and identity theft, Wolfe sat in cold, silent defiance during his interrogation, offering no apologies or defenses. His only written statement, "Not everyone deserves to have their memory preserved," left investigators and the public alike grappling with the dark philosophical underpinnings of his actions. The FBI's findings, ranging from AI manipulation to artifact laundering, revealed a man who had constructed an elaborate empire of illusion, profiting off false narratives and exploiting the memories and legacies of those around him. Although the court delivered its sentence, experts believe the web Wolfe wove extends far beyond what was uncovered, hinting that many participants in this grand deception remain hidden in the shadows. As investigations continue, the legacy of Mike Wolfe stands not as a celebration of Americana, but as a sobering reminder of how easily history and humanity can be rewritten when no one is watching.